yourself comfortable in your chair there, you could place your feet down flat on the floor, making sure that your feet are lined up parallel to each other, your knees are stacked on top of the ankles, and then in your chair you could let your tail feathers stick out behind you and just use the support of the chair to help you sit up nice and tall. Maybe rolling the shoulders back, maybe rolling them forward if that feels good. You could close your eyes or gaze down your nose and just give yourself a chance to go inside. Maybe just letting the hands rest on the legs face down, or you could turn the palms to face up, or even stack the hands one inside the other. Just find something that feels good for you. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, see if you can let go of some of the tension in the shoulders. Taking another deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go of some of the tension. And taking this moment to draw yourself inward, noticing the parts of your body that are touching the floor or the chair. And just noticing how you feel pressure, or how much pressure you feel under the feet or under the legs. And draw your attention to the sounds. What sounds are coming to your ears? Noticing if you experience any thoughts or feelings about the particular sounds. And seeing if you can just allow them to come to your ears without any of the judgment or the stories with them. And maybe noticing if there's sounds nearby or far away. And drawing attention to your breath, feeling the inhale and the exhale. Again, feeling the inhale and the exhale. And drawing attention to the sound of the chime. And you can let your eyes open up. Just a moment to connect us to this time together to meditate. And I would just like to share a little bit today. I was reading an article from the Harvard Business Review, and there was a group that had gotten together there wondering of this harrowing time of pandemic, they say, how can we help people? And they turned to David Kessler, who is the world's foremost expert on grief. He co-wrote with Elizabeth Kubler-Ross on grief and grieving, finding the meaning of grief through the 5 stages of loss. His new book adds another stage to the process, finding meaning, the 6th stage of grief. And they turned to grief because one of the colleagues had mentioned that she was feeling grief, and everyone sort of nodded their heads. And they thought if we could name what we felt, then maybe we could manage it. And so from David Kessler, there's a few thoughts in here that I'd like to share with you now. And the big question is it, people are feeling a number of things right now. Is it right to call some of what they're feeling grief? And Kessler says yes, and we're feeling a number of different griefs. We feel the world has changed, and it has. We know that this is temporary, but it doesn't feel that way. And we realize things will be different. Just as going to the airport is forever different from how it was before 9/11, things will change, and this is the point at which they changed. The loss of normalcy, the fear of economic toil, the loss of connection. This is hitting us, and we're grieving collectively. We're not used to this kind of collective grief in the air. And the question is, what can individuals do to manage all this grief? And Kessler says, understanding the stages of grief is a start, but whenever I talk about the stages of grief, I have to remind people that the stages aren't linear and may not happen in this order. It's not a map, but it provides some scaffolding for this unknown world. There's denial, which we say a lot of early on. This virus won't affect us. There's anger. You're making me stay home and taking away my activities. There's bargaining. Okay, if I social distance for 2 weeks, everything will be better, right? There's sadness. I don't know when this will end. And finally, there's acceptance. This is happening. I have to figure out how to proceed. Acceptance, as you might imagine, is where the power lies. We find control in acceptance. I can wash my hands. I can keep a safe distance. I can learn how to work virtually. The goal is to find balance in the things you're thinking. If you feel the worst, imagine taking the worst image taking shape. Make yourself think of the best image. We all get a little sick and the world continues. Not everyone I love may die. Maybe no one does, but maybe we're all taking the right steps. Neither scenario should be ignored, but neither should dominate either. Anticipatory grief is the mind going to the future and imagining the worst. To calm yourself, you want to come into the present. And that's exactly what we're doing with meditation today, trying to connect ourselves to the present, which we already spent a moment doing, listening to sounds, feeling our body, just trying to be here in the moment. He suggests letting go of what you can't control, and it's a great time to stock up on compassion. Everyone will have different levels of fear and grief, and it manifests in different ways. And so just working on our patience and compassion with all of that as well. And the last question here that I wanted to share something about is, what do you say to someone who's read all of this and is still feeling overwhelmed with grief? To keep trying. There is something powerful about naming this as grief. And just to keep at it. So I'm glad that you're taking this time to meditate today. Our meditation will be a loving kindness practice. And so you can just settle yourself in comfortably, whatever that looks like for you. Lying down is fine if you can still be awake in that position. In a chair is great, or just whatever feels best to you. Sitting up nice and tall with a bit of ease still. And you can just draw your attention to the chime. You can gently close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Or gazing down toward the floor or down the cheeks. Just allowing yourself to go inside right now. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Feeling yourself coming into stillness with each exhale. Noticing what thoughts are in your mind. Noticing the emotions you may feel. Checking in again with your body physically. Is there anything calling for attention? As your body comes into stillness and you feel ready for it, draw to your mind a person in your life who is easy to care about. This could be a good friend, a partner, perhaps an animal. Just imagine them sitting in front of you and looking into your eyes. Get a sense of your heart in this moment. And with intention, say to this person, may you be happy. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May you be free from fear, the fear that keeps you stuck. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Taking a moment to reconnect with your own heart. Now incline your heart and mind towards yourself and say to yourself, may I be happy. May I be healthy in body and mind. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May I be free from fear, the fear that keeps me stuck. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Consider a person in your life you don't know very well. Perhaps the checkout person at the grocery store, or someone at work you've never spoken to, or in the neighborhood. And connect with your heart once again, just like you did for the person who's close to you. And say to this person, may you be happy. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May you be free from fear, the fear that keeps you stuck. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Bring to mind someone in your life who you've had difficulty with. someone you're frustrated, irritated, or annoyed with. Imagine them sitting here, looking into your eyes with the same intention and heartfulness that you had for the person who is easy to care for. And say to them, may you be happy. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May you be free from fear, the fear that keeps you stuck. And take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Imagine expanding this sense of heartfulness and intention throughout the entire world, all countries, all people. Saying to them, may you be happy. May you be healthy in body and mind. May you be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May you be free from fear, the fear that keeps you stuck. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Draw your attention once more to your own thoughts, noticing what's in your mind. What are you experiencing now? Noticing what emotions you're experiencing. And noticing how you feel in your physical body. And perhaps as we draw this practice to an end, taking a moment to thank yourself and to thank all the people you included in this practice. As you're ready, you can let the eyes open back up.